Hedges. I don't know how many of you know who he is, but he is a moral, woke, compassionate, empathetic, ethical, a person who understands what justice means, what equality means, a man who understands what oppression and suppression does, a man who is truly human, whose aspirations is to leave behind the instinctual, animalistic nature, who has an understanding that self-preservation is a hallmark of looking at everyone and everything in an eye with an understanding that it is all interconnected, that it is all vital, that it is all encompassing and inclusive. He understands what I have been saying on my channel. Why I cry, I weep for us all. We cannot continue this way. We cannot continue to ignore. We must understand that privilege is evil. It does not matter what color of your skin. Privilege is evil. It is the detriment of humanity. It is the detriment of the planet. It is the detriment of our home. I continuously say the planet is our one true home. And pragmatism and being quiet and listening to the criminals, the true criminals, the ones who own the multi-billion-dollar media, the ones who hold political offices, the ones who control and own the corporate state, the ones who have means but do not speak out, the ones who buy the soured milk of the corporate and political machine and the media machine. I want you all to check out Hedges. He recently did more than an hour and a half speech for Truth Dig. You can find that on YouTube. You can find it on Facebook and all those other places. I want you to watch and listen, because he espouses in words as well as in actual real life scenarios, things that happen in reality that he speaks of, that he has personally experienced. I want you to watch him. And don't clap, don't applaud, just listen and watch. When we can weep for the oppressed, then we are thereby in solidarity. Because the oppressed, the weak, are, in fact, us. For that comes to us all. In the system that Chris and I and others speak of, that is what we can look forward to. If we do not stand in solidarity, if we do not revolt, we must revolt in any and every measure. Malcolm X spoke of this. Martin Luther King spoke of this. There are many who have given us warnings and insights. Karl Marx, and so many more. Please check out Chris Hedges on TruthDig. As I said, it's available on YouTube and I'm sure on many other platforms, including TruthDig itself. Please watch it. Listen to it. Because he espouses what I've been trying to say in more visceral and eloquence, with compassion and empathy than I can. While I may understand it here and here, I do not have the words. I do not have the clarity to give you the dangers we must be life affirming. We live in a world of death. And much of it is slow and agonizing. It infests us with mental instability, emotional instability, and it crushes us in spirit and mind. This is why we have a rise in suicides. This is a reason why we have a rise in people being put in jail. This is why we have a destabilization of society. One where predatory behavior and inequity and injustice is on the rise. Again, please check out Chris Hedges. Watch him on TruthDig. Because this is the most powerful, the most eye-opening, the most relevant pieces that he has ever done. Watch as he cries and wipes tears away from his eyes, as he speaks of his experiences and the culmination of what he sees and knows to be happening. Get informed. Get active. Don't go into activism. Go into action. For there is a difference. Activism is nothing more than cheerleading. Action. Action speaks louder than words. And we need action. And that action must be revolt. And that action must be a condemnation of the injustice system that we live in. We must look for true aspirations. We must look for evolution. We must look for an evolutionary revolution. Thank you for your time.